right, here we go. What's up, everyone? Yes, I am live. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for watching. Yo, Fed's talking right now, Powell. I think he's on the hill. Figure we just go live, talk about some stocks, talk about some trades that I entered today, even though I'm not really feeling the market like that. But long term, over the few months, I feel the trades I put on, it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Yeah, of course, I would like to get best price, but I'm putting them on over a year out. And I want a year for them to mature, 2 years to mature. I just put an Amazon trade on 3 years. They got those June 2023 options, man. Those things are 700 days out, I believe. So those are the kind of trades that I'm putting on. I'm just patient, waiting, double my money, triple my money, and whatever. Wait, all the way into the future. So that's the trades that I put on today. So I want to talk about, there's some stocks I want to talk about. I want to talk about those trades. I want to talk about LULU, Apple, McDonald's, and Tesla, because I think there are good trades that you can go long term with. And if you're watching this video for the first time, you got to hit that bell and you got to subscribe. No, you got to subscribe, thumbs up, hit the bell in any order you want to. All right. I think you have to subscribe before you hit the bell. So you have to do that order. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe. Check out some of the past videos. Check out some of my accuracy. Even though lately, man, I think I've been dropping the ball. But when I drop the ball, I'm still like up. Like I got in front of, you saw that video with the train, right? Sure enough, it was the perfect trade. Too bad I bailed early on that thing. I can't believe I bailed. Yeah, because the trade would have been working. Right now, the Qs are trading at 363. I sold the 369s that expire tomorrow, right? So it looks like that is going to be a safe trade, even though the market's kind of bouncing right now. So let's look at the Qs. Let's start, here's the Qs, right? I was all the way up here. You can see I still got my brackets going on, man. Yeah, got the brackets. This is where I was short, up here and up here. I did it somewhere, and this thing is just racing. Look how close it was to testing. Those spreads, even though the days were getting shorter, they just wasn't losing value. And I'm like, anytime you see that, anytime you see your option spread just not losing value, or and what it is, I'm also fighting. There's a Greek called Gamma. I'm fighting that too because it's the last week. So the pricing is kind of awkward, but it doesn't even matter. It could be 40 days out or whatever. When it's not pricing right, and you're like, why is the stock down and my spread is still the same? It could be 30 days away. You know what that means? Generally, that means you're going to be wrong, and they just not reduce. Like, you gotta get out of that trade. And I learned that from experience. When I just see those options just kind of doing some weirdness, and you should be up and it's down or something like that, it's almost 100% to bail on those trades. Hey, jewelry box babes. Hey, share me, tweet me, do what you gotta do, babe. Get the jewelry box army up in here. Anyway. Got a nose itch. You know, when you live, you just can't like itch your nose. Can't do weird things. All right, so let's talk about. I'm just kind of rumbling along. We'll look at the market real quick, and since I'm waiting for a few people to get in here. Wow, look at that. Let's pull this up. See what's happening. Anytime Powell speaks, it's a guaranteed short, even though I never did it yet, but I swear every time that man doesn't know how to put the markets up. Yeah, he does long term, the markets will go up, but when he's speaking, markets go down. Sometimes it's a fake out, sometimes it'll be flat or up even that day, but the next day down. So I'm curious to see how it turns out this time. Look at Apple, man. I'm just looking at the heat map. Wow. Apple's just been on fire. There's something I want to show you with Apple too. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Look at this Apple trade. I preach this all the time, but I got some examples to show you. And let's go to, I think I still got my drawings up. And here we go. Shoot, no, let me change that. What's up, y'all? If y'all got any questions, get in the comments. Get in the comments, man. Say what's up. Say what's up to Dre Trade. Don't be shy now, right? I'm not one of those YouTubers. Yo, it's family up in here. You can talk. You can say whatever. Hey, all right, so this was Apple. I've been tracking this a long time. See, it's in trading in the channel. You can see the head and shoulders I drawn, right? And then this line right here, that what was supposed to happen. And remember, I always tell you, if it doesn't happen, especially in these head and shoulders, it will reverse and go hard the other direction. And we can see that right here. Look at that. It's just insane. I don't know why I stopped. Once I realized the head and shoulder didn't break and I saw it going the other way, I don't know why I didn't put the trade on, because I know this. I know this. There's a... Ooh, is it Lulu? Yeah, Lululemon. Here's the same trade. It almost looks like the same chart. This is one of the best patterns that you could just remember that, right? You can see that head and shoulders. There it is. It's almost the same chart. It was supposed to break down. It didn't fake out. Goes hard the other way. It happens all the time. A trade like this is like 95% of the time. Maybe even a little bit higher than that. But I want to put a Lulu trade on. And, you know, of course, I trade options. I don't really buy the stock. And here it is. It's in the channel. I really do think that this thing is going to break out to the other side. We saw what happened to Nike. Lulu's basically athletic gear. It's going to happen. If I pull up the monthly, right, look at that, man. Lulu's just on fire. I was in this trade when it was actually sinking, and I never understood it, because Lulu was saying, yeah, we're doing good. We're raising our estimates. You know, they was saying everything good, but yet the stock was up here, and it went from 375 all the way down to 269. I actually rode that all the way down. Good thing I was in the leaps, and then when it came up above 300, 305, 310, that's when I bailed. That was just like, the trade was never working out. I lost a lot of money on this, but I gained a lot back. I sold some of the short calls on it. You know, I did my little thing, tweaking the trade, tweaking it. And as it rolled over to 305 or 310, somewhere in there, I took the loss, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And then look, I never looked back. I never looked back, and there it is, just so quick, hitting all-time high. It's right there. It's not an all-time high, but it's pushing up against it. I say it breaks through. We just got to wait and see. Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate you. Team Dre all the way. Team Dre all the way. Yeah, man. So that's like Lululemon. The options on this thing. Yeah, trader. Here's the thing. I like to go out. I would look at this January 23rd. Right? And just... let's go to the open interest. It's not a lot of open interest, but that's okay, because they just don't know how to place the trade. Now, the reason why it's like that, because people don't want to lose money. Look at the spreads, man. Right? Let's look at the money, 390 a year out. The bid is 58. The ask is 61. 58 and 96. So $3, right? $300. You know, once you put on that trade, and you won't get priced at the mid, you know, because this is no liquidity here. You might have to almost go 200, basically, you know, 2 points up, right? 2 points over the bid. So, yeah, it's just ugly. You'll be losing. But here's the thing, man, and this is why I would do it, just not doing it yet, is because you got 2 years to make up that money. You don't have to make it up right away. If you were to do a short-term trade in this, you would lose. Let's go to like the 37. Let's see if this thing is still wide. Yeah, a little better here. It's only $1 wide when you go out 37 days, so that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Look at the activity too. Look at the volume on the calls. Wow, they really running it up. I'm gonna go to the option statistics. Yeah, look at that. Look at the puts of 14. Sorry, the calls is 14 to 5. Right, so that's 14,000 calls are traded versus 5,000 puts. Right, so that's like a little over 2 to 1 right there. Almost 3 to 1. Almost 3 to 1. It's very bullish right there. Very bullish activity. You know, it was bullish. That was super bullish, talking 10-1 on the calls and puts. Was that open door? Got fooled. Yeah, this thing is still going down. I noticed Kathy Woods is selling it. Yeah, I was looking at her little daily thing, and I'm like, are you bringing it down? Because the put call ratio has just been crazy on that thing. Like 10-1 on the call side. Look at this thing just going down. I'm thinking when this reports that I might actually just buy a call or 2 or 3 just to see it. I just think that it's wrong. I don't know if this people just getting out. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. Here's another example of when I say that. So like when you look at here, right? We got the up channel. I got drawings all over this stuff. I know. I got the channel going up when it was going up, and then this channel when it was going down. And then you see how it broke to the upside. It broke out of that channel. So I drew a channel here as if it was going to go back up to the upside. And you could see it didn't happen. It couldn't even reach that channel. Just kind of, and see how it's just rolling over. It's supposed to go up that way. But when it doesn't do it, it just like, it's going to come down on you, right? It's coming down. So I could pull up the 4 hour and you could just look at this thing. There we go. Let's just look at that, just sinking. Probably come down to this 1420. About to be an all-time low. Man. Wow, look at that. Yeah, so I be keeping my eye out on that open door. All right, so we talked about Lulu. Let's talk about Apple. Wait, I talked about Apple real quick and how you got the reversal. I think Apple, I don't know. I don't like when stocks push up against the highs. I don't like that. Right? I'm sorry, I don't know. My charts are just not drawing right today. Why are they way over there? Let me fix this time axis. Look at that, 300. No, let's just bring it to 50. Yeah, I don't know why they was way over here. Okay, there we go. And you can see, yeah, I kind of don't want to get rid of all my drawings, so I'm going to keep it like that. But you can see how it's at. Matter of fact, it is at an all-time high. Yeah, it's pushing up against the all-time high. Earnings are next, is it next week, the 27th? No, next Tuesday. Not this Tuesday, coming up the next Tuesday. So it's pushing up right up against it. I don't like that. Why can't it be down here somewhere? Why can't it be down here? Let's talk about Tesla. I'm liking this one. I got some trades on. This thing is faking me out all day, week. I don't know. I know what it wants to do, but it's just not trading like it knows what it wants to do. I know what it wants to do, but it's like I gotta tell it what it needs to do. Does that make any sense? So you see how you got the trend line, the downward trend. It wants to break. It's pushing up against that diagonal trend line, and also, let's go to the daily. Zoom in right here. Yeah, also pushing up against that horizontal resistance, and it's bouncing, and it's just it's just hitting it, selling off, hitting it, selling off. If you look at even today's action, here's a 5-minute. Look how it opened up here. See, it hit it to the penny, man, to the penny right there, and then sold all the way up. So it went all the way up to 676, sold all the way off to 662. And then made its way back. It went over, and then now it's back down to 6. So I want to put this trade on. Hopefully I can do it before this video ends, because I think this is going to break through. Look at it's doing it now. All right, here's the live trade. If you guys, there it is, man. Tesla's going to break through, and it's going to do it before earnings. Now, I'm not feeling really good for earnings, but I think this thing runs into earnings, just like we just saw Apple. And this is coming from the bottom of the channel or trend. It's not pushing up against all-time highs. So if they do like the number, it has room to run without being insanely at high prices, right? I mean, it could probably test this high, 880. Whoa, excuse me. $882. I'm not saying it's gonna do that, but it's like 200 points away. So it just has room to go without even breaking an all-time high. You have to like that. You gotta like that. So it's just pushing. I mean, yeah, I like what's going on here. I like what's going on here. I got a trade on. I got a what do I got on? A call spread in the money, deep in the money call spread where I bought like the 485 and sold the 550. I'm sorry, the 650. Something like, and that's gonna, and if that expires by Friday, as long as it stays above 550 or so, I'll be at full value and I'll make $1,000 for the week. So that's the kind of trade I got on. I like the premium in Tesla. I like it. Let me see something real quick. Y'all might be looking at the top of my head. All right, there we go. Just wanted to see something. Feel free to comment. Don't forget to like and hit the bell. So yeah, man, I'm just eyeing this Tesla. Look at that. Right in that channel, pushing up against the low. It's a 15-minute chart. Now, when you look at this, you say, man, I don't know. It looks like it might want to break down. We'll see. I don't know, man. I just like all the pushes that it went through. And then just the other day, where is it? Right here? No. Right here. Hold on. Pull up the daily. Right here. This candle, right? So I thought it was going to break out there. This candle kind of reversed. I like what was happening here. And then I got in, made some money, and it's pushing up against it. So it doesn't want to stay down long. It wants to stay right on that trend line. I think it busts through. And it also could fail, right? It could just sit up here. I've seen charts where it pushes up against resistance for so long, and generally it goes through, okay? Generally it goes through. I see it pushing up against resistance, pushing up, and then it just gives up. Almost like when you weightlifted and you're trying to bench, right? And you try to push that last one, and you just give up, right? The arms just, hopefully you got a spotter, right? So it could do that. It could just kind of bail, just like, hopefully it does not do that, man. Hopefully it does not do that. All right, so that is that. I'm going to show you a trade on McDonald's. Give me a second. Liking McDonald's, liking all those restaurants, liking them all. Look at my phone going off like crazy. All right, so McDonald's. Let's look at the long chart because I put some longer trades on this one. Right, look at that. And this one was simple. What is it? Trading at 2. I think I bought the 240. I bought the 235, sold the 240 like a year out. So basically, I'm saying, you know what? This thing is going to be over this 240 high a year from now, and I'm going to double my money. It's just that simple. I'm going to sit back like I own McDonald's, like I own it. Just sit back and relax. If I were to buy the stock, oh man, $237 a share. Let's say I bought 10 shares, $2,000. I'm not gonna, you know what it would take for me to double my money? Yeah, I'll tell you. McDonald's needs to go to $500 a share, damn near. So I'm gonna double my money, and I ain't put nowhere near it. Actually, did I put that much in there? I think I did put about that much in there. And I'm gonna double my money easy. And the stock don't even have to move. All I gotta do is move $2 for the next year. And these are like guaranteed trades, man. I love these. You just gotta be patient. Don't worry, it'll be before you know it. It'll be here. It'll be here. You could nickel and dime this trade. Let's say you trade McDonald's, right? You pull up the 15-minute. You pull up the daily. You swing trade it. Okay, yeah, it's coming up against this resistance. I'm gonna sell it, whatever, and let it pull back, and then you might make, I don't know, depending on what your risk is, you might make $100 or so. You're like, all right, I made 100, and you're playing with this thing. It's been sideways for a minute, so you didn't make much money, but you're playing with it. You're playing. About the time you get to next year, maybe you eked out if you're good. Maybe you eked out, I don't know, 1100. But no, I'm gonna do nothing and not even look at the stock and make 2,000 off of it, right? And it doesn't even have to move. So those are the trades that I like to do. Stress free, stress free. That's the way I like it. All right, so that's McDonald's, man. I like it. I like. Let me show you Shake Shack. I can't remember if I put the trade on, but I want to show you what's going on here. And this is a good example of, we was just looking at Tesla, and you see how I'm waiting for this thing to break through. Is this today? Yeah, it's down 3.55 today, 3.5%. But you can see I'm expecting this thing to break through. Look at it pushing up against that diagonal resistance, the downward trend line. And look, it just gave up. Right? You figure it's going to blow through, because in the past, we touch it, we reverse. We touch it, we reverse. Excuse me. Touch it and reverse. See, I could do that in a recorded video. just edit it out. Can't do that on a live. What's going on, man? I'm gonna have to end this video. Hold on a minute. It's like I inhaled dust or something. It's on the back of my throat. So anyway, pushed up against that resistance, finally gave up. Look, hits it, falls, hits it, falls, hits it, falls. And now you got multiple tags. I mean, this thing is tagging it. You think it's going to go through? No, it gives up. And that's what I was basically talking about with that weightlifting effect. It's like, that can happen to Tesla. I don't think so, but it can happen. It can happen. So hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully, and generally, I'm not saying this thing is going to bail. It'll get its strength again and push up against that line. But I don't know when. I don't know when. And it's just a bad day. We don't have volume, so that's good. Volume is really low. I know that we still got another 3 hours to go in the trading day, so volume is, right, as of right now, it's low. So we'll see what happens. But I'm keeping an eye on that thing, because let's pretend it does break out, because a lot of the restaurant stocks are doing well. This stock is very young. I like it. It has high growth. I don't think it gets the respect that it deserves. They can really grow. Lots of room to grow across the country. Anyway, so I'm thinking this is going to blow through and start working its way towards the high. It has not done that. It was very strong. I mean, these highs were ridiculous when it reached that 140, and it gave it up. Along with the market, though, this is when the market was actually tanking. So if the market didn't tank, who knows where this thing, but it basically, 43% off the high to the low, and then back up 30%. Now it's just, a little struggle here, and you could see even that horizontal resistance. So a lot of things going on. We got horizontal resistance, we got this downward trend line resistance, right? And this one is the main trend line. The primary trend line, we can call it that. You can see it broke, came right through, and testing it out. It needs to hold that, and it's right there, right? It's right there, just fighting all these different forces, and hopefully it breaks through to the upside, right? So I like Shake Shack. What the trade I was looking, actually I did put the trade on. I went out a year into 2003. I think it was the January 2003s. Did I say 2000? 2000, man. 2003. I bought the 100 130s, I think, or the 110 130s, something like that. And that was like 600. So it was basically 3-1 I was gonna make, and that's a call spread. So that one wasn't a put spread or in the money. It was a call spread, because I eventually think it'll work itself out, even if it'll pull down and kind of and eventually the cities are still open, and these guys are getting more into the residential areas. I really like Shake Shack. It's just trading like it's volatile, boy. It's volatile. Wow. So that's the trade I put on. Sucks that I hate this, but you know what? This thing is down 3.5. Let's just call it 3.5. This is one of those stocks you wake up in the morning, it's up 8-9%. You get these. This stock can have big days, so it's going to have, along with big up days, it's going to have big down days as well. Amazon, let's look at Amazon. All right, so I really like what's going on here. Wow, it's having a great day. And I had bought some out of the money call spreads on this one when it was trading down today. I just really like this breakout. Look at let's pull up the monthly and you can see what's going on. Look at the breakout that's happening right in the range, coming out of the range, I should say, not in the range. You can see what happened here, right? Same, broke out, up, made another range, breaking out. I'm predicting we get a run just like that, So this is about, what's that, 2,000 to 3,200, another 1,200 point run. That's what I'm guessing. So I was selling out of the money call spreads up here. That expired way, 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 way out, man. 2 years out. So I like this trade. I could be wrong. It's going into earnings. And if it were to sell off, I'll be looking to buy even more. Okay, so that's what I want to be in it for earnings. If it sells off, I want to buy more. So that's the trade I'm doing with Amazon. I really like that. And that's going to make me bring it around to NVIDIA. And you can see NVIDIA is telling you what those charts look like. Right? Look at that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It doesn't have the sideways action down here like Amazon did. But we can kind of draw that. And you can see the run. Right, this run from, let's call it 300 to 500, 200 points, and maybe we can get one from 630 to 630 to 830. So somewhere around here. And that's where actually I think it settles. But this thing, they're getting ready to go 5-1, doing a 4-1. Is it 4-1? Let's see, 4-1 stock split. They're getting ready to report. So a lot of things happening here. And by the way, with Amazon, we know what stock splits do to this market, even though it does nothing. All right, so Jeff Bezos not the CEO anymore, right? He's doing his little space thing. Suppose this CEO likes a stock split, I'll get him off to the races being CEO. You never know, man. You never know. Imagine that in Amazon splits. They could go like split 20-1. That would be crazy. Man, people will be all over that, even though it means nothing, but that's just what they do. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. That would really explode the stock, just be great. All right, so that's Amazon. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and get in here. Come in here and check it out. Let's look at the SPY, see what's going on again. Yeah, gapped up, filled the gap, went lower. Now it's coming back up. So I don't know what Powell's saying. I'll catch the replay. But, it's trading off of that. I know what we can look at the VIX. And we'll look at some of the internals, and then I'll go ahead and wrap it up. And you can see how the VIX is. Wow, it's down. Interesting. All right, I was eyeing the VIX earlier. This is the 1 minute. Let's go to 15. Zoom in like that. Yeah, I was watching it gap down. I'm like, okay, stocks are running. Then it went up. I'm like, all right, they scared. Powell must have said something they like, right? And actually, he started talking here. Anyway, it's going back down. Who knows where it finished? It could finish at an all-time, not an all-time high. It could finish up here, might finish low. So who knows what the VIX is going to do? But right now, it's down. So generally the VIX is down, people buy stocks go up, so that's that thing. Let's pull out look at it long term. And, when you look at this, it's a lot of chop, but the best thing it's just trending down. And, it generally it's been so long, man, we could settle out 9, 10, 11, 12, in that area. What is we at 16? So it still has room to drop. I think the average overall is 12, 13, but before we had these spikes, that's what it was doing. It was like over here, what is that, 11, low 11, 11.42, 11. Yeah, but that was Trump. Trump had to keep it a little bit high. You don't know what he's going to tweet about, The deal's on. The deal's off. The deal. We're close. We're close to the deal. The deal. The deal. The deal. The deal. The deal. Market manipulator, boy. Wonder how much money he had in the markets. I know a lot of people's going to jail around the man. I'm just saying, you know. I'm just saying. If if all my friends was going to jail, I would probably, I probably would be someone that would qualify for jail too. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's it. So that's VIX, and I want to look at the advanced decline line. It's one of the two. It's only two internals that I look at, and we look at it for the day. You see how opened way up here is dropping. Now it's gaining some steam, but here's the zero line. So bottom line, still more stocks are declining than advancing on the NASDAQ. Wait a minute, what was I just looking at? I was looking at the VIX. No, and then we're gonna look at the let's advance. Let's look at the ticks. So yeah, it's bouncing up. That's a good thing, but it's still below the zero line, right? We want to see it up here somewhere. If you're bullish, right? If you're bullish, let's look at the ticks. Wow. Okay, ticks are rising. Look at that rise. Okay. All right. It's interesting. And I'm gonna zoom in on that. Let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah, and let's draw that zero line right here. And you could, yeah. We didn't never even hit 1,000 ticks to the downside. But we're not ticking hard to the upside though either. But it's trying to. It's trying to put in high ticks. It did when it opened, but that's normal. It sold right off. So it's not necessarily bearish. Just average. Maybe a little slightly bearish. Depends on how it finishes. But this is a nice little run since 1140. I don't know what happened. What was said out there, but it's kind of running, and it's been positive for the most part since noon. I think that's when Powell started talking, so it's been an hour, and for the most part we have positive ticks. So we had negative ticks in the beginning of the day. Can we finish the day with positive, and then it'll just end up overall neutral? Anyway, but yeah, I keep an eye on those things to kind of let me know. This is the tools that where I was like, you know what? I'm standing in front of the freight train. I'm getting in front of the queues and shorting it. And that's what these things will tell you a lot. Look at that. I'm just pulling up the queues again. This is still incredible. Let's pull up the small caps. Yeah, look at that. Everything straight up. Just think everything, right? I showed you Apple. I showed you Lulu. We saw NVIDIA. I think, was it McDonald's? I'm thinking it's going to break out. We saw, can't even think, Nike straight up. Disney was straight up before. Just things are just going straight up. It's so many stocks, so many. And this is one yet to report. So you figure, hey, it's your turn to go straight up. And that's Amazon. So that's why I got my eye on that. Tesla, I don't know, man. I'm still worried about these credits these guys got. Even though I think we're going to break out here, I just don't know if that's going to continue. I have a feeling, I don't know. And it's just a guess that they're going to report. It's not going to be the greatest report in the world. They're going to sell a lot of cars. It's going to be something that we don't like about it. But we'll see. I think if they report well and the stock goes up with the report, I think I could possibly put some longer term positions on Tesla. But a lot of competition is coming out this year. A lot. I was looking at Volkswagen. Let's look at that real quick, see if I can pull that up. Volkswagen. It is a... There it is, right? This doesn't have options on it, okay? So I like to trade options. But look at that bull flag. This is incredible, right? So look at that bull flag, man. Drawing it kind of... Just, and look at the breakout. It almost looks like a Ford. So yeah, let me go to shrink it down again. Right, so I think it just starts to take off, you know. Look, it hasn't been this high since 2008. So insane, right? They got a lot of electric cars coming out. That's like everybody. So I mean, you have to be Tesla, that's before all this time. Remember, they didn't have competition. You want an electric car for the most part, you had to get a Tesla. By the way, maybe we was just talking about straight up Ford. Here's one. Um, there it is. Ford's looking good. I got long trades on that. I put the GM trades on yesterday. There's another one straight up. So this almost looks, so yeah, we know Volkswagen's gonna do it, and I think I was trying to pull up a chart for Toyota. There we go, straight up. Look at it, gapped up even. This one's, yeah. So all of these autos are doing well. And if you're into the Drive ETF, the autonomous ETF, I like the Drive. There's a couple of them. This is the one I like. Only thing that's been bothering me about this one is it's been going sideways too long. I like sideways action. But you see my little arrow, I was expecting it to break out, and it's just still, I don't know if it needs Tesla to lead the pack here. I think Tesla's a big position in this. I can't remember, but I used to know it pretty well, what was in it. But yeah, it's just going sideways. I thought it would break out by now, but nope, still sideways. So this is bullish, by the way, okay? So let me zoom in here a little bit more so you can see what's happening. Stretch that out, bring that out here. So going sideways, we got the moving averages, the slow to fast. The slow is the 9. I'm sorry, the slow is the 20, the fast is the 9. We got the stock sitting right on top of it, just ready to blow to the upside. A lot of pressure in there. If I were to draw stochastics or Bollinger Bands around this, it would be all tight together, ready to explode. So I like what's happening there a lot. Yeah. So I just thought it would break out by now. Really did. All right. Get a question here. I can't pronounce your name, so I'm going to call you AS. What will be the lowest value for Boeing? Oh, I put a Boeing trade on today, too. Boeing just keeps coming out with bad news. I'm like, oh, you guys is killing me, man. You're killing me. Oh, yeah, okay, it's down 225. I mean, it was running this channel so well. See, I got the Fibonacci's on, and it's doing its thing. It's stair stepping, right? Hitting it's like channeling between every Fibonacci band, right? And it's doing it here today. I don't think there's a low. I think actually right here, 225. I think we're at it, and this is what made me put the trade on. It was trading positive today. I came out of my big trades. I had big trades on since down here. I made a lot of money in Boeing. And then right here, I did a video on it. Right there, I decided to get out. So it was perfect timing. I just didn't look, here we're making higher highs and higher lows all the way up. And then there we made a lower high. I did not like that. I decided to get out. And who knows, we could make a lower low here. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just a little sideways action, a little rest, and then we can go to the upside. So right now, I think it's sitting right there on support. I don't think we break it. If the market is weak, remember, Boeing's even in the Dow, it's going to go down. It's going to go down, but I don't think it goes down much, right? Then it maybe, can it hit that? Why am I showing like 200? That would be ugly. I'm just looking at maybe 220. All right, not quite 200. 220, right? So you asked me about the low 220. But I think right where we sitting right now, even though I'm not liking the action today for some reason, it was up. I was like, all right, yeah, good. See, it kind of started the day up. Let's go to the 5 minutes. Look at that gap down yesterday. Gap stayed down. I got out. I had some other trades on as well. I cleaned out the position right here. And this little pullback up, so it gapped down yesterday and then started to rise. I got out. And look, that was a good thing. But yeah, right here it opened up and was doing this thing, and then just gave it up. And so I'm gonna say it sits right here, but then 220. I think if it breaks that, then 200. Hopefully it's not that bad. I mean, come on. These guys, Anyway, it's always bad news. I almost think that they're just really doing their best for quality now because they was taking shortcuts. And so they just being really, really careful, with the whole inspections of the Dreamliner and all that. And so they're just being really, 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 really careful. Okay. So I think that's what's up. Bottom line, it's still a duopoly. It's only two places to get planes from. And, if you're an American, you want an American plane. You don't want to try that Airbus. So Boeing, Boeing. People want Boeings, And a lot of these airlines have Boeings already. If you were to get the Airbus, it brings in more training, more expenses. So they want Boeings, They want Boeings. It's just a duopoly. So yeah, scoop it up. This is something you could, it's pain now, but it's not going to be pain forever. This is something you could dollar cost average in, keep buying some Boeing, and the next thing you know, 2, 3, 4 years from now, the stock is way, challenging its all-time highs. And be like, damn, I should have got in when it was struggling, right? You're supposed to buy when there's blood on the streets, even if it's your blood. So just buy when everybody's running, right? And then when everybody's loving Boeing, when it's sitting up at the all-time high, up here somewhere, maybe you sell it to them. But yeah, I think this channel still trends up. I think Boeing's, but damn, man, it just seems like it can't, just always some news coming out. It's like, gosh. Hey, JRH, what's up, man? You said you're in Boeing stock. It's gonna go up, but I have no idea when. Yeah, so that's what I was just talking about. I put on a position, I think today. Can't remember. I went back in. I did something like my normal trade, something right around the money here, 225, 230, and a couple years out, something like that. Just a small trade. I wasn't feeling real confident in it. Just so disappointing yesterday. That news, like, oh man, these guys. But no new company is gonna. Who knows? Maybe Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Galactic. Isn't that Virgin Galactic? Does he own Virgin Atlantic? Anyway, but same logo. So yeah, he's making spaceships and stuff. But anyway, there's nobody's gonna come along and start making jetliners and stuff. These guys, it's a lock. They just got to get their act together. Yeah, so that's what's going on. And y'all got any stocks before I go ahead and hang it up? Let me know what you want to talk about. I'll give you a couple of minutes to type it in there. And if you're watching this on the replay, you gotta hit the bell. I need you in here. So we could talk about what you want to talk about, It's weird. I'm watching myself over here, and you can see the delayed action. I see myself talking, doing charts. So that's what I look like. Yeah, right now I'm like drinking the water. Interesting. I can entertain myself. Yeah. All right. Oh man. Yeah, let's see what Powell has to say. So when I hang up with you guys, actually I'm gonna get ready for bed. I am so tired. And try to catch up, maybe read some post on CNBC or whatever, see what's going on. Didn't I say I was going to look at the small caps? Did I even talk about them? Oh, yeah. Just looking at it flagging there. Down 0.84. They was down harder today, I think. Yeah, everything was. Yeah, they gapped up and just reversed. Let me pull up Tesla again real quick. Tesla's making me nervous. It needs to reverse. I don't know what this thing is going to do. I just can't. This is weird. I just started trading Tesla a couple of days ago. You see the videos. And I remember why I stopped, because I was doing it a lot before. It's just so damn unpredictable. It's so much volatility. It could be like when I started the video, wasn't it hard green? I don't know. It's like up. No, it's like the market was up hard this morning. Tesla was down, and then when the market was falling, then Tesla was up, and it just, it just does its own thing. It's just like weird, very volatile. And just when you think it's given up that and you sell or buy, you close your position out. That's when it wants to go the other way. So you can see here, just look at the volume even there. You would get scared out of your position. The next thing you know, look at that candle. I mean, it was selling hard and then it came right back. And generally that action brings you this rejection of that move on strength and volume usually ends up to the upside, and it did not do that. That's what's like, huh? And then look at the volume here on these doji candles, and it's still going lower. It's just, can y'all see that? I'm trying to, right? So spread it open, slide it over. So it got a lot of volume here, and then it just printed doji candles. And then it ends up lower on weak volume. I don't know, just things that I would think would go the other way. It just seems not doing that. I don't know what's going on with Tesla. Very interesting. Let me see what y'all talking about. Jamal, what's up, man? What do you think? I don't know that ticker. That's why usually I know heavies. Vizio, I don't know. And then you said I made the most and lost the most trading Tesla. I had to. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. It's like, and then since you made the most, it almost makes you want to go back to it probably. But then it'll remind you quick by you losing the most, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot why. I just remember why I got out again. So I've been playing it. Only going into earnings. I don't want to position on after earnings, and because I just think it's gonna be higher before earnings, right? So I don't know though. I don't know. It's one of those positions to where you put your position on, it drops down. It's going into earnings. It's dropping. Then you're like, oh shoot, I'm out of here. Then just the minute you sell, in 5 minutes before earnings, it'll jump up 40 points on you. And you're like, I knew it was gonna do that. I knew it. It's crazy. Look at the strength here. Like here, look at the gap up. It gapped up. Look at this run. Is right. This was June 22nd. Look at that run. 12% in a day. In 17 hours. We'll call it 2%. And then it gives it back over the course of, what is that, in the next 13 days. It just gives it right back. This is, I think this is the move that started putting my eye on it. I was like, wow, man, Tesla's running. Holy cow, right? That move. It's keeping my eye on it. Then I'm like, when I saw that break right here, that's when I think I got in, and then look what happened. And then, I made money here. Did make money on that. And now I'm in it again. I got bullish trades on. So see what happens. Stochastic looks like it's getting ready to turn. I don't know. We'll see what happens with this thing. I don't think it goes. I don't know. I can't even guess on this thing. I gotta be honest. Only thing I can say, almost for certain, that this thing will resolve itself to the upside. It's going to play games before it does that, but it's going to resolve itself to the upside. I'm almost certain on it. So I just got my trades on, and I just got to kind of close my eyes. But then I could wake up losing the most money I ever lost in Tesla. As a matter of fact, Tesla, it's funny you say that. If I go back to my biggest loss, it is Tesla. It is. That day, I did a video on it. I think it was like, and not in a day. I lost a lot more money in a day. But in a position, in one day, it was Tesla for sure. It's like, what was it, about 10,000 or something like that? It's crazy. VZIO, sorry about that. I could have probably typed that in there. This is my first time pulling this stock up ever. Okay. And it's funny, I see they TVs all in the malls, in the stores. Wow, what is going on with? See, I'm just looking at the 4 hour. I'm gonna pull up the weekly because I like weeklies, but I'm looking at this 4 hour. I got the 4 hours on, right? And I'm looking at this large candle that is even an outside. Well, I don't know. I gotta wait to the. All right, the candle's still drawing itself. That's even an outside bar, right? It's got these two, one, two, three. It's got the last for 12 hours encompassed in this one candle. And there's no volume, Holly. So I'm like, all right, what's going on? But I don't know when this 4 hours ends. I think it ends at 4. And then so that candle's still working itself out. So I'll give it a pass. Here it is. My chart's messing up again. Oh, this is an IPO. This is a new chart. I don't know. It just looks rangy. It looks like it's so new. I mean, it's gotta, I don't know. It's gotta. If I want to get long this, I'll be honest with you. I want to see it go all time highs. I'll just sacrifice. I'll just sit back and wait and see if it can break that 28. Let's see if we can hit 29, 30, and then I can be on the train and ride it up. In there is chop. So now I'm gonna go to the daily, right? It's just chop. Look at that. See, you can see it. Look at my moving averages. For the most part, they're sideways. A little hilly roller coaster, a little like the baby roller coaster, right? So I can't play with that. You get the move. It's almost like a Tesla, right? You get this up move. You think you're doing great, and it's down, up, it's down. Look, it's down 5%. So today, even though it's pushing up against the highs. So no, this is all right. If I want to get long, and I imagine you want to get long, I'm not thinking you're like, hey, I want to short this thing. I'm waiting until it gets over 30, or if it hits this low end of the channel, then I feel comfortable buying it there. So if we can come down to 22, here's this. Let me clear this out right here. This area. See all of that? Those be like support there. If it comes down, people buy it. But if it comes down in that range, the low end of it, then I'll feel comfortable buying it. But here, I don't know, man. I want to see it break through all of that. And you know what happens when that happens? Let's go back to the weekly. No, daily. Not the monthly. 4 hour? Let's go to 4 hour. Ha ha! Draw another box. A big box, right? Because that's the range, right? So you know what happens. I always say it. You'll finally break out of here and you get on board. Everyone's a winner in the stock. So selling pressure goes away, right? Everyone that bought it is up. There's no more selling pressure. It still could do its thing. It just seems like this looks like it's going to be one of them high beta type stocks. Super volatility. But yeah, that'll be my move. That's the move I like. But right now it just seems sideways. It's got to pick a direction here. Once it picks that direction, let's ride this trend. You know what I mean? So let's let it start making a trend, and that'll be to the upside, and we can get on board. Now, unless I just need to own this. I got to own this. Well, you can always buy a little. So you're in. Got earnings coming up. What's the date? Come on. Thinkorswim is not showing me, but according to the chart, this is on August 4th. So you got earnings coming up August 4th. I'm looking at, right now the moving averages are working its way up. So maybe today's action will resolve itself to the upside. I don't know, but down 5% today. At the top of the range. So you can tell people are selling it. Why? Because it's at the top of the range. Hitting that resistance. Maybe it's these guys right here. Because they thought it was going to go higher and it didn't. So they want their money back. Those guys. You know what? When you looking at charts and you want to know where it's going to slow down and whatever, just look left, right? So here's your position. Just look to see what is happening, right? to the left, and we got a lot of congestion here, and it's really right here as well. So we got a lot of congestion, and once it peaks its head above this area, there'll be nothing over here to look left, right? And then that's clear. It's clear sailings, and it can go higher. So these guys are ruining it for you right now. Everyone that bought between between April 26th and May 12th, they getting out. Oh man. But I'm just super analyzing this thing. It's starting this little, this higher high and higher low. Some of today's action just disappointing. Gosh, hopefully that reverses. So it's trying to do something. See what happens. Did that help? Yeah, okay. I was just checking that out. Oh, okay. Christina said something, and I guess I missed you. You retracted your message. What will be the lowest for Boeing? I answered that question already. Anything else? Anyone? What is that? What is that show? Gosh, what's his name? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah. Anyone? Is that right? Anyone? All right, man. So that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out the scrolls, I like to call them. The scrolls, the history. Check out those videos. YouTube, for some reason, it's bad enough I don't get a lot of views as it is. I don't know why. I put a hot information. But they definitely don't like my lives. Like the lives, when they go, where you can watch them to replay. Nah, nobody watches the lives. Maybe they don't want to. I like watching people's lives. I like watching people's lives when they're not live because you could fast forward, right? When they start getting on. If it was me, I'd be skipping through. I'd be just talking about shit. Anyway, but you could fast forward. But, my lives don't get any action. It's actually, I would go live every day, and I used to. But only reason why I don't, because YouTube doesn't promote my lives. It's like they don't exist. I don't know why. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, YouTube? Tilray. Yeah, we can talk about Tilray. I never been into the stocks that I already don't like it. Pulling up the 4 hour. I never really been that mean stock, and I always considered Tilray that kind of stock. I don't know why. This move, remember this move? I remember that it went up to. Did they do a stock split? No, that's not the move. Here's the move. Yeah, when they went up to like 300, it was crazy. Wow. And then look, all the way down. I mean, even since then, so I'm on the weekly. It's just not doing anything. We go to there's the monthly. Let's go to the daily, right? Just kind of almost looks like the crypto stocks. This is a crypto stock for sure. Looks like my safe moon. Anyway, so just kind of doing nothing almost at its lows, and then you go to the 4 hours. I want my stocks to go. Let's put it this way: you can buy this if you believe in the weed thing. Yeah, sure, get some Tilray. The stock don't look good, but hopefully it comes around, right? I'm saying the chart don't look good, and it comes around. But if you're in this, let's say you put $1,000 in this, $500 in this, or whatever. There's a lot of stocks that's running. You're losing out on opportunity costs. You're buying this, and it's sitting there at the lows when the opportunity, the environment is ripe for them, as these multiple municipalities, states, governments are legalizing marijuana, and this stock ain't even running. So it almost lets me know where it's going to be. Now, I don't know any fundamentals about what's going on, and you would have to do that research, but that's what I know. I know that marijuana is being legalized damn near every day, it seems like somewhere. And this stock has just been damn near hitting its lows, multi-year lows. So what is up with that? And there's a lot of stocks ripping, like we was talking about: Lulu, Apple, McDonald's, Tesla, Amazon, AMD, all the semis. The Drive ETF. I mean, there's so many things going up. If you put your money here, you're losing opportunity, right? So you really have to believe, and if you believe and you're like, yeah, this weed, it's working. Tilray's got this and this going on. Get in it. You know what I mean? And you know what no one else knows, because it's trading at its low, and then you'll have that super low price when it turns around. But that's how I kind of look at it. I pulled up all time frames, and for the most part, we just do charts here. This is the 1 hour chart. Look at that. Just closing, just like, ugh. Every chart, every time frame I pull up is just hitting lows. You know what I mean? So that's the 4 hour. Sorry, that's the 1 hour. It's the daily. It's up against resistance. I'm sorry, support. Just a little bit away. Looks like it's definitely gonna go down there and test it. Your weekly. I can't even see the rise. I gotta kind of do a price adjustment. There's the weekly. Oh well, if I do it like that, maybe there's something here. I had to really stretch it out. You can see it's kind of getting some action. You can see the volume now that I stretched it out, okay? Even though I still don't like it. November, you see the volume coming in. That's a good sign, and it did get a little spike for whatever reason and sold off, and here it is again. So, yeah, all right. Hopefully that right now where we at holds, and then maybe it can start running higher again. I had to stretch it out to even see that. So you kind of do like that. What I do like is the volume just kicks in right here. A lot of times volume leads price, right? So you see that volume happening, even though it's spiked up. Maybe the volume is everybody getting back out. But yeah, a lot of times it leads price, so maybe it'll start going up again. Just my opinion with that. And that was the weekly. Here's the monthly. Yeah, maybe if I stretch out the monthly, see what I see. Shoot. I think I really stretched this thing out. Let me sliding. There we go. All right, that's the monthly stretched out. You know what? That doesn't look too bad. It looks like maybe it will start to get another spike. But yeah, I'm really stretched out though on that. So anyway, there it is. That's just my opinion means nothing. It's just how I feel, right? I'm just a dude on YouTube, so like I said, and I know nothing about the fundamentals. I just like buying stocks that going up, right? So we all day we've been looking at stocks. Everything I brought up, look, see, this peaking, going up. Most likely you're gonna make money here. Most likely this is Tilray upside down. Look at say I was flat down here. It's Tilray upside down. Anyway, so we just ride that trend. Right, just trend trade. Get on the trend. If you were to trend trade Tilray, you're gonna lose money because it's trending down. So that's how I trade. I want to buy things I just want to buy things that's going up. So as soon as I typed it in there, on the 4 hour, it wasn't going up. So if it was me when I'm doing my little stock scans, I just kind of move on. I want to see a positive stock chart. Anything else? All right, yeah, appreciate you said hell yeah, thanks. Yeah, hopefully that Vizio helps you out. That little analyze. You gotta be careful with Coinbase was one of them. What was that? Yeah, this thing is still. Yeah, see, look at Coinbase. The reason why I brought them up because they IPO, everybody was wanting it. This thing has done nothing. It's got to prove itself. It's just trading along with the cryptos, but yeah, it's just got to prove itself. Looks like it's it's kind of breaking right there. There's a lot of selling pressure, like people that bought over here, especially the IPO. I don't know if these guys are still holding the bag, but these guys, they want to get rid of it. So I just see this thing every time it rallies that it's going to sell off, because you got a lot of people that is losing money thinking, Coinbase was the next hottest thing, and it's not. So they're losing money, and they want to sell on any uh rally like we've seen here, and sold off here, sold off, here, sold off. So yeah, Coinbase, things really got to turn for them. I said it from day one. I'm like, how are these guys going to make money? They make, only way they make money is on transaction fees. And the brokerage business, I know they exchange for crypto. For the most part, it's going to zero, right? You're just gonna have it free. They got to find another way to make money. That's how I think. Maybe that's what's happening, right? But I mean, did I figure that out all by myself over all the big guys and big firms? Is that what the problem is, or I don't know. I'm just saying that's why I wasn't interested from day one. That's like opening up a brokerage, to sell stocks and stuff, and you're gonna say, yeah, $3 commission. Nobody's gonna use you, right? Robinhood's free, and then Robinhood you can even get the Doge and Ethereum and the Bitcoin. You get that for free, no transaction fees. You could even transfer it out, even though when you have your crypto with Robinhood, you don't really own it. I'm pretty sure on this. I'm not 100%, because they have the wallets. Like they buy a bunch of, say, Doge, and then they just kind of and they give you a portion. All right, this is yours. You know what I mean? It's not truly yours in your wallet. It's like you could see their wallets, and then they, like Robinhood owns a bunch of Doge, and they sell it to their customers. Seems like that's what goes on. I could be wrong. So, anything else going on? All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. But let's hope you guys have a good trading day. One of the reasons why I want to go live today, I didn't feel like editing and stuff. I just wanted to do the video and get it over with. Do it so when I press end, stop recording, I'm done. I can go to bed. Generally, when you make a video, you press record, you stop, you pull up your editor, you download it in there, you edit, you add your music at the beginning, music in the end, then you render it, then you upload it, then you make a thumbnail, then you get in description, title, you type tags in, all that stuff. It takes forever when I could just be done with it right now, right? So, I'm just pulling up Tesla again real quick. 661, you're killing me. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Thanks for watching. I appreciate Jamal. Cashmatic just joined in. Cashmatic, you gotta catch the replay. But I appreciate you popping in anyway. Jamal, thank you. Christina, sorry I missed your question. AS, thanks for coming in here. Jewelry Box, thanks. You said, what am I trading today? Yeah, it's in the beginning of the video. LULU, LULU, I got my eyes on. Apple, got my eyes on. McDonald's, I did trade. Tesla, and I traded. Shake Shack, I traded. To the long side. Boeing, I traded. Yeah, it's all in the beginning of the video. So you could watch the replay, and we was talking about it in the video, and you can now fast forward it. You, like when I'm talking about BS, you just hit the skip button. But I hope you watch the whole thing. I think that helps me with the YouTube algorithm. You said you'll be the poor man convert call on Apple. Oh, you'll still have the poor man? No, the poor man covered call, I think, on Apple. I don't think I ever put that. Did I put that on Apple? I don't trade Apple that much, but no, I have it on Tesla, and I was doing it on Tesla and CrowdStrike, yeah. So I haven't done it. I haven't put a trade on an Apple in a while. I don't think. It seems like the trade for Apple is just calls. Look at Apple's just look at it's up 2 point. Apple's just on fire, man. I missed it. I missed it. You know, I'm really kind of disappointed. Apple's one of them stocks I don't trade well. It's two of them, Apple and Netflix. I just don't trade those well. And Tesla's like Jamal said. I think it was Jamal. You win money and you lose money with Tesla. So, but Apple, Netflix, I just can't. I can't do it. And it's funny. When I first started trading options, I was making a bag on an Apple. I was killing it. I was making mortgage payments. I was like, boom. I was withdrawing the money. I'll be up 2,000 every day. I was like up to. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, Mom. I just had a shitload of calls and it was going up. I'm like, see this little run right here. Apple was running something like that. I had a bunch of calls. I mean, it was just printing money. But the good thing is I didn't just sit there and watch it. I was withdrawing it. You know what I mean? So I was withdrawing it. I remember making mortgage payments, paying down credit cards, doing everything. And then when it turned, oh man, I basically gave all that money back. I just kept buying it. Oh, it's down, buy some more, buy it more. Shoot. That's why I'm an option seller now. Sell those options. Oh man. Yes, you can make it. You gotta be right. You have to be right, you know. And if you are, you will make a killing. But if you wrong, you will lose your ass. You know, so and I would rather just make a little, you know, and be more right? So selling options, you won't make as much, but you're more right. Most likely you're gonna make it. Or, you know, if you're gonna buy these calls, you gotta buy them way out. I know they're expensive, but that's why. Buy them way out so you have time. You need time on your silent options. These things are ticking time bombs. They will expire on you, worthless. You know, so yeah, so keep that in mind. All right, y'all, I am out of here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate everyone being in here. Hopefully you have a good day. I'm gonna go to sleep and see what Powell's talking about and just kind of maybe enter that. I'm afraid now 661. I didn't think it was gonna do that, but maybe put on some kind of long call spread on Tesla. Like I've been looking for like something above that top range here, something like maybe above this candle, something like that's 700. Yeah, like 700 to 750. After earnings, but I would sell it before earnings, you know, so something like that I'm looking to kind of put on. All right, yo, so thanks for watching. You can see how tired I am. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, man. It's Straight Trades. Hit me up on Twitter and Instagram, as I always say, and right here in the YouTube comments, I comment on every video. All right, so thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.